G'day buttheads, welcome back to another cheeky cocktail video. Today, I'm going to try and figure out how to make the most superb Manhattan. Growing up, one of my all-time idols made one of the best Manhattans known to man. Like me, he sort of stumbled into working in a bar, bullshitting his way through making drinks, picking horses, cutting cigars, you know, a job. Turns out he had a knack for making a mean Manhattan. The best anyone's ever seen, and he couldn't even see over the fucking bar. Let's watch the legend at work. Bart Simpson, ladies and gentlemen. Now he shakes his Manhattan, which is generally not the preferred method for a spirit-forward cocktail. But turns out it was fucking awesome, so let's give it a crack. I will be making 2 of Bart's Manhattans, 1 shaken and 1 stirred. These are the original specs for Bart's Manhattan, written out on the dirty old wall of Fat Tony's club. How the fuck is anyone supposed to read that? That's better. Righto. 1 ounce of Italian sweet vermouth, 1.5 ounces of bourbon blended whiskey or rye, a dash of Angostura bitters, and a maraschino cherry to garnish. Now, unfortunately for Bart, I think this recipe fucking sucks, so we're gonna beef it up a little bit. I like the idea of a full measure of Italian sweet vermouth, so we'll keep that in. I like to use Antica formula. Bart's recipe calls for a bourbon, blended whiskey, or a rye. Manhattans are traditionally a rye, so I'm gonna use a rye. The best rye that I've come across recently here in Australia is produced by the Gospel. These dudes have had a shit of a time with lockdowns down in Melbourne, so make sure you show them some love. I love their rye, and I drink it in most rye-based cocktails. A dash of Angostura bitters, we're gonna use 2, and I've got cherries soaked in Canadian whiskey to garnish. Traditionally, Manhattans follow a recipe ratio of 2-1-2. That's 2 measures of your whiskey, 1 measure of your sweet vermouth, and 2 dashes of Angostura bitters. Stirred and served neat, with a cherry garnish. Righto. Let's get into her. Grab your mixing glass, grab your shaker, and we'll start with 2 measures, 60 milliliters of the Gospel Rye Whiskey. Next will be 1 measure or 30 milliliters of Antica formula sweet vermouth. Oh yeah. 2 dashes of Angostura bitters. Add your ice, get mixing. See if we can make this work. Check your work. Beautiful. Grab yourself 2 Nic and Nora glasses. Sweet. And we're just gonna single strain the stirred drink. Keep that mixing glass nice and low. We're not gonna be fuckwits and aerate a drink. We just worked hard to not aerate. Beautiful. Our shaken Manhattan will get double strained just to make sure we get all the fine little bits of ice out of there. Garnish with a whiskey-soaked cherry. And Bob's my uncle. And here we have it, 2 superb Manhattans. You can see straight away the shaken one's aerated and fucking cloudy and just visually unappealing. Look way better on the fucking cartoon. Cheers, buttheads. It's almost light and fluffy, very strong, delicious though, very, very good. Well done, Bart, you fucking nailed her. Like a big, boozy cuddle. Next, we'll try out the stirred version. A little bit clearer, a little bit more visually appealing. Ah, so smooth. Also a little bit oily. Fuck, that's a lot of whiskey. Fuck, is it ever strong. The aeration almost makes it a little bit less aggressive. I still reckon I like the stirred one better. Probably a sipper. I wouldn't recommend necking it. I wouldn't recommend necking two of them, actually. Feck. I reckon there's pros and cons to each of them, depending on what you're after. I reckon I preferred the stirred, traditional version. If you're making these at home side by side, make sure you let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, friends. I am Drew, the Cheeky Barman. I will be uploading shitty cocktail tutorials every week. Make sure you like and comment below if you enjoyed the video, subscribe, and follow my Instagram and YouTube pages if you really liked it. Oh, very cheery. Oh, rugged. Catch you next week.